here with the very latest from his state of Florida. The governor, Ron DeSantis, is with us. Governor, thank you for being with us. I know you probably haven't slept in the last 72 hours or longer, but and you've been going around the state. $100 billion now estimated in damage. Do you think that's accurate? We lost, I think the last count is 68 people died in this storm.
Well, Sean, look, the financial damage, I don't know if it's accurate. I mean, obviously, the lives lost are much more significant because that's something we can't build back. So those losses are tough. There is property damage. But, you know, I'll tell you, there's a spirit out there, particularly the people of Southwest Florida. They're ready to bounce back. They need some help. We're down there doing it. But they have a lot of grit and determination. I actually was just in one of the shelters, and I'm meeting with women who are 85, 90 years old who survived being in some of the islands, and they're telling their stories, and they're basically, you know, thanking God, but they're so thankful for all the outpouring of support of everybody that is helping our state. And so I just think those who've either donated to FloridaDisasterFund.org, who've come down and volunteered, these groups, just know the people that were impacted by this, who lost everything, they are truly grateful for the outpouring of support.
Governor, they're saying that Sanibel Island may be uninhabitable. They're saying, I know Fort Myers well. I know Naples well. I can't believe the amount of damage that we're talking about. It was a direct hit. It decimated some of these areas. As of now, where do you see this going in the future? Do you believe everybody in Sanibel, for example, will have to come off the island?
Well, we're trying to actually avoid that. So I just announced today that my Department of Transportation, we just put out bids for a temporary bridge to link the island back to the mainland. There's a causeway that had done that. It got severed in 3 different places. We think we can have a short-term solution to allow ingress and egress. We also have the situation, because the bridge was severed, the local utility has not had anybody looking at any of the power situation. And so what I said is, we're going to provide Chinook helicopters from the National Guard to bring linemen onto Sanibel Island so they can inspect the substations, see what's damaged, and then start to repair it. So I think that you just need to get people on there, and they need to start doing what needs to be done, clearing roads, and we are working on the roads and all that now, clearing the debris and getting the electrical back up. So you're going to soon see linemen brought in by helicopter to places like Sanibel and Pine Island, because we don't want to wait for this. We want to do as much as we can now.
What is your reaction, Governor, to the Vice President? It's our lowest income communities, our communities of color that are most impacted by these extreme conditions. We have to address this in a way that is about giving resources based on equity. What was your reaction to that?
I think she's trying to play identity politics with a storm and a natural disaster. And I think it's ridiculous. And honestly, we had the FEMA administrator in Florida with us, and she threw cold water on that. So that is not going to happen. It's totally not appropriate. You don't have to politicize every single tragedy in this country. And I think people, I tell you, in Florida are really sick of the nonsense. They just want people to be helped. They want everyone to band together, and they want us to get these communities back on our feet. So that's what we're doing in Florida. And Sean, it's also the impacts span all demographics, all income levels. Sanibel has some very wealthy people. They also have blue-collar people. You have other communities, different race, different ethnicities. Who cares? We just want to make sure people have a chance to get back off their feet and get moving forward again.
You know, Americans step up and help foreign countries. We step up when any other state has a situation like this. Florida deserves the exact same treatment. You were right in the sense that this is a 1 in a 500-year storm. You know, and I love how people took out of context. I felt they took out of context your remarks. You know, unfortunately, there are always bad people that will try and capitalize on a tragedy. And there are people that would go out and involve themselves in things like looting. And you're saying you better be careful in this state, because people in this state, you know, have their Second Amendment rights. They will protect their homes and their family. And you would think that that was the most controversial thing to say. And if anything, you're reminding people not to take not to take advantage of a situation like this. I thought the comments were perfectly fine. What was your reaction to that?
Well, and also, Sean, I toured the Thursday after the morning after the storm. I was in Punta Gorda in Charlotte County. They had all their businesses boarded up downtown. A lot of the placards I saw, the wood, they spray painted, "You loot, we shoot." They were sending the message that lawlessness will not be tolerated. And when these situations happen and it descends into lawlessness like it has after some other natural disasters we've seen in America and in other countries, the whole kind of social fabric starts to decay. So we have to draw a very clear line in the sand at the beginning. You are not going to capitalize off people's suffering. You are not going to be allowed to ransack people's homes or loot. They have caught some looters, but fortunately, I think because we've been so strong on it, you haven't seen it like you have seen out in the aftermath of other natural disasters. And we are proudly a law and order state, and we're proudly a state that lets individual Floridians defend themselves, their families, and their homes.
Yeah. Now, for people that want to help, we have it at the bottom of the screen, floridadisasterfund.org. I know you've had a busy, week the last week, Governor. Our thoughts and prayers with our friends in the free state of Florida. Thank you for being with us. And I know Americans will be there helping to support our fellow Americans. Thank you. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.